Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the C major scale in both hands, first hands separate and then together, according to this new system that I have developed here. A new and improved system of scale fingering includes the 24 major and minor scales, 2 octaves and thirds, sixths, and tenths, with a secret trick for learning them in record time. So in this book here, I explain all about the new tempo theory and how it's organized. And then I have all of the major and minor scales here with the new fingerings. I also have this book with the traditional fingerings too. You might have that already. But I discovered actually over 30 years ago that there is a much more logical system of fingering. Also, the 12 major scales. This is a somewhat of a shorter volume, but very concise, and it shows how to play all of the 12 major scales. To learn C major, we first have to learn D flat major, and I think you'll have an easier time understanding if you first learn D flat major. So if you don't know D flat major already, you can look it up. It's all over the internet. It's very easy. It's probably the easiest scale of all the scales. The black keys, you're only going to use these 3 fingers. The white keys, you're going to use your thumb. And that's all. You're not going to use your 5th finger. And one of the reasons why it's the easiest scale of all the scales, one of the reasons is because we're not using the 5th finger. We're just using 4 fingers. And so one less finger makes it that less complicated. So you don't have to even have to deal with 5. You're just dealing with 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for D flat, we're going to play 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Easy scale. It fits the hand really well. Notice your thumb is playing F and C. Remember that, because that's going to come up again in this scale system, F and C. If you keep going another octave though, you'll want to play 3 and not 2. So you can keep going. And when you get to the end, you can play 2 if you want. 2 is a little easier than 3. I call it a convenience finger. Like that. Now let's look at the right hand. Same thing. We're going to play 2, 3 on the black keys. Thumb on F. We're going to play 2, 3, 4 on the 3 black keys. Thumb on C. And then 2 on D flat. 4, 3, 2, thumb on F, 3, 2. Let's try another octave. It's a really easy and a really fun scale. Now let's put hands together. Notice how both thumbs are going to play F together at the same time. Now both thumbs are going to play C together at the same time. Okay, now here's the fun part. Here's one of the things I love about this new system. Take this fingering that we just played and play it for C major. If you're used to playing the other fingering, the traditional fingering, and you have a hard time doing it, think of it this way. Think of the rule that many teachers have with D flat. It's the chunking rule, or the way I guess there's no better word, I guess, than chunking. I guess they often chunk it. So they'll play these It's a good way to teach it. Many teachers do this, actually. So play these together. We're going back to D flat major. These together, thumbs, those together, thumbs, those together. Think of it like that. Now, try that on the all the white keys, starting on C. So. So the only thing different is when you play these two fingers, of course they're white and not black. When you play these three fingers, they're white and not black. But you'll only play these two on C and D. You'll only play these three on F, G, and A. And you'll only play your thumbs on E and B. So remember how when in D flat, the thumbs played together on F and on C? Well, when you do C major, the thumbs played together on E and B. So in D flat major, your thumbs play here and here. In C major, your thumbs play here and here. And so when we play C major, the new C major fingering, the 1, 2, 3 group is actually here. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 group is actually here. That's different than the traditional. In the traditional, the 1, 2, 3 group is here. And the 1, 2, 3, 4 group is here. So we're just simply shifting them down. We're shifting them down one white key. And instead of starting on the thumb on B, we're starting on 2. So that's the kind of practice that you should do. Do a little bit of chunking with both of the scales, do a slower speed, and then eventually work up the speed and do 2 or even 3 or even 4 octaves. And always realize that C major and D flat major have the same fingering. I think that's fascinating. It's even more fascinating because in this new system, D and E flat have the same fingering. E and F have the same fingering. That's by itself. G and A flat have the same fingering. A and B flat have the same fingering. And B is by itself. So that's even more fascinating because C and D flat set up that pattern that every scale, the scales go by pairs, fingering pairs. And notice that we're not using the 5th finger anywhere. Actually, in E, we'll use the 5th finger on the left hand, and like B, we'll use the 5th finger in the right hand. But other than that, we're only using 1, 2, 3, 4 in both hands. So I hope that this helps you out. I hope that you'll have fun with this new fingering. And if you'd like to learn more about this new system of fingering that I've developed, you're welcome to buy these 2 books in either hard copy or PDF. All right, until the next video.